See, a lot of people think that I started voting first, and a lot of people think that I just only commentate. Those are the ones that think they know me, and those are the other ones that, that know me, but they don't know me. My first verse category was Schoolboy Brothers. And at that time, we used to sign the name on the book. And I used to get chopped so fiercely, and I'm not going to lie. It would be to the point they would say my name, and I would come out, and they'd be like, Chop. But then when I was on the pier, and Ross, may him rest in peace, had found me. I can also say that Infinity was my first house, even though it wasn't my first house. It was this house called Illusion, and then it turned to the house of Omega. But I never got a chance to walk under that name. But when I became an Infinity, and Ross took me under his wing, and God bless Angie, but at the time she had just came to the house too. And Ross said she had, and I was an I'm a Schoolboy Realness. And Ross used to always tell me, baby, you might want to learn and you might want to go to school, but don't be a dropout girlfriend because you're not real. She was like, well, maybe real, maybe another category, but not that. He used to always tell me. And that's always walking, I get chopped. Always walk, get chopped. But I didn't get upset because, to be honest with you, I was still new. So it was like, me getting chopped, it was all about, you ain't get there yet.
Right.
And at that time, I didn't know who I was. But then, as the years went on and the other houses that I was in, it guided me, but I chose myself the way. And at that time, I was called Jello.
Really?
Yeah, my name was Jello. My very, very first name was Jello.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. To be honest with you, a lot of people, well, I can't say a lot of people, some people don't know that until I tell the story.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Wow, amazing. You learn something all the time. Work.
Yeah.
Now we know that you walk tons and tons of categories, right? So for those who don't know exactly, what were some of the categories that you walked?
Okay, so when I went from Schoolboy and I realized that was the category that I wasn't great at, I went into Fag Out. And this is before the kids was like, not saying that they wasn't walking, but it wasn't like that popular.
Right.
But I made it popular, me being a big boy at this time. So it was like I always challenged myself. So Big Boys was my second category, and I conquered it, and I ate it, and I got trophies and awards for me doing Fag Out.
Word.
And then it was from Fag Out to Runway to Funway. Runway to Funway, Shady Runway. Well, I'm just going to name all my categories. It was Runway to Funway, Shady Runway. I dipped and dabbed up in pumps. Performance. At this time, I wasn't doing drags at that time. And I was walking both Sims. And then it went into that, into Always. And I'm not bragging about what's the truth, but I'm the first. When it comes out to like award ceremony, I am the first big boy to get Big Boys Performance of the Year. Shout out to Dennis Infinity Redline. That is my bestie. Shout out to, even though we friends, but we not besties, but shout out to Robin Redline. Legendary Dennis and legendary Robin. When it comes down to Big Boy Performance, the only person that I've never won over was Robert Redline. Going toe-to-toe with was always Dennis. So shout out to them too.
Word. All right. Yes, legends.
When it comes down to Big Boy Performance, all the way I can go on and on.
Wow. What were some of the other kids that were in ballroom at that time, who also were coming for you and who you were walking against? To
be honest with you, when it came down to coming to me, honestly, was the two people that I just mentioned. Cabbage, Megan Russell, Cabbage, Ebony, Gigi, at the time when he was at Ebony, that's another person that I've never won against. I can honestly say, I mean, I finally won over my rest in peace to the Cabbage. To the Princess, Albernian, this is like when it comes to old way. To be honest with you, when it came out to both Finn, it was everybody, because I did Big Boy performance, like I said, and I did both Finn, regular with the rest of the girls.
Work.
Philadelphia at that time never really gave me a chance of the day. Like, if you want to, I can never say they didn't like me, but I had to really work hard to be known in Philly. Shout out to Jersey, all the houses from the old and the new. Shout out to Bernie, Jolan, Ebony, who was the first person to ever put me on the flyer, period.
Work. Yes.
Yeah. At that time, that's when I was going through my main course.
All right. Wow. And
yeah.
Now there's a history of different. Also, there's a list of different houses that you also walked under. Let's go down the list just for those who don't know. Let's get it. Let's get it together so that way the girls can understand exactly how it works. So it started off from Infinity, right?
No, we could start off from. We could start off if you want to talk about the first. Like I said, it was illusion, and illusion turns into alpha mega, but they walked, but they didn't walk. Right. And the birth was in the house of Infinity, because every time I'm on the mic, I always let the kids know this is my first house.
Right.
They went from there to the house of La Beja, and then the house from the house of the icon house of La Beja became the icon house of Pendavis. Well, not became, but separate houses.
Right.
And then I left from there to Leviticus, and then from Leviticus, the icon house of Organis, then Leviticus, and then the house of Movado. That was the first house that I was mother in. And then shout out to Kevin Prodigy, who was a Movado at that time. And then it was the house of, I'm trying to make sure, if I don't have it in order, everybody, please forgive me. And then I went back to Leviticus, and then I went to Mizrahi. And then Mizrahi, I went back home to Infinity to try to be a mother. And then I went back home. And then I went to Khan. Then I went back home, was at Ebony for a week, went back to Khan, and then went back to Mizrahi. And then I opened up my house.
Work. Now, before we talk about you opening up your house, now let's go into the history of the House of Khan. Tell us a little bit about the history of Khan. How did that come about?
To be honest with you, I wasn't supposed to have been a Khan. I was supposed to have been an ethic. And me being, I'm not gonna lie, me being who I am, I had to wait. And I'm a person, I can wait, don't get me wrong, but I can't wait but so long. And to be honest with you, you have to give a shout out to BJ Khan, because that's how I became a Khan. And I guess he saw things in me that nobody else saw, or I don't know who had a plan with BJ, but as of that time, I only spoke to BJ. So if it wasn't for BJ, I would have never had been a Khan.
Word. Amazing.
And when I became a Khan, you gotta go by rules and stuff, and I asked them, just let me get myself together, and I can give you what you want. I'm always the person that I don't like to half-ass do anything. I don't know if we can curse on here, but if we can, please forgive me. But I didn't want to give him a half-ass job, So they gave me 8 years, and I just did what I did. So shout out to them.
Word. Yes.
But I will say this, if anybody expected me to speak bad about any houses that I was in, ladies and gentlemen, please forgive me, but I'm not that type of person. I've never been, whatever. I'm not going to sit there and say that and have no bad moments in my house, and I'm not going to sit there and say it wasn't, you know, it ain't no good moments, because it's you know, it's both sides. You know what I'm saying? There's always both sides to every story, but I like to I'm not a shit starter. Right. So I'm not going to sit there and lie and say it wasn't no bad, no, and I'm not going to sit there and lie and say it wasn't no good, and I'm not going to sit there and say I didn't get that. Look, I'm right up. Right. But at the end of the day, we're okay.
Word. Yes.
So shout out to them.
Love is the message, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I know that's right. Now tell us a little bit about, you know, your new house in MIKLI.
Well, okay, I'm glad you brought that up. The rebirth of MIKLI, because as anyway, some people know that I have opened it, and then there was a few problems. Because we're going to talk about that, because I know some people was like, well, you opened it the first time, and why you closed it, or you opened it and why you left. So I could explain that when audience want to ask me that. So, because I want to give, you know, some people someone to ask you questions.
Right.
When it comes down to the rebirth of MIKLI, and I'm so happy that it's open now. To let everybody know that it's 2 houses, it's not 1. And what I mean as in 2 houses is Alan for the boys and MIKLI for the girls. But when you put it all together, you have MIKLI world.
I know that's right. Ooh, that's hot. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. I wanted to do something new. So yeah, it's 2 houses, not 1.
Work. Now, let's talk a little bit about, before we go into, you know, state to state info, because we have a lot of information to talk about that, but I wanted to bring up 2 things. Let's talk about Verushka and MC Deborah. For those who don't know, let's clear the record right now exactly how you came about with MC Deborah and Verushka.
You mean Verushka?
Yeah.
Okay, well, to be honest with you, for the old school people that do know, it was this wrestling show that used to come on where there was just nothing but women. And it was this lady named Verushka, and she's from Russia. And nobody liked her, but they always gave her respect. And the name just came out of nowhere. And I was like, you know what, I'm Verushka. And they was like, Verushka, and I was like, yes, I said, no one likes Verushka, but they always respect her. And no one likes Verushka, but they always have something to say about her. And that's how Verushka came about.
Word.
MC Deborah, and it's a CC. MC Deborah was an accident. I'm always going through, if you know, if anybody know me, I'm always coming through with a name. But I'm going to take the record as that MC Deborah is locked down. There is no more names after MC Deborah, because MC Deborah is now to another place. Now, MC Deborah is I can honestly say,
we're going to have to come back to this real quick. I'm going to bring you back. Icon-ceo-mother-selvin-alain-m real quick.
We got a good rhythm going and the time is right. We're going to keep it running by candlelight. We're going up and down and round and round. We ain't going to stop till we rock this town. Don't stop. Keep it coming, y'all. Don't stop. Just keep it coming. We're going to keep doing it till we get it right. We're going to keep doing it if it takes all night. Don't stop. All night. No. Don't stop. For sure.
You ready?
All right, yeah, okay. We're back with icon-ceo-mother-selvin-alain-m.
Thank you. So like I said, MC Deborah, shout out to my sister Kelly, because I think, I can't say I think. That is everybody know that's my sis. You know, she's tattooed on my body. I was playing with her. And it was getting like, you know, I'm always busting through, like, this character just came out of nowhere. And then everybody just started loving MC Deborah. It's to the point that now MC Deborah is also in the straight world. So now this MC Deborah character is locked with me. And I'm not going to lie, I'm so in love with MC Deborah, because MC Jugger is really